Welcome to Exam Snaps. Lithium fluoride has ionic bonding. What is an ionic bond?
An ionic bond is the electrostatic attraction between oppositely charged ions, formed when electrons are transferred from a metal atom to a non-metal atom.
Complete the diagram to show the electron arrangement in the outer shells of the ions present in potassium chloride. Complete the dot and cross diagram to show the electron arrangement in a molecule of chlorine, Cl2, show the outer electrons only. Deduce the number of protons, electrons and neutrons in the magnesium atom and copper ion shown. Calcium is in group 2 and chlorine is in group 7. Explain how calcium atoms and chlorine atoms form ions. Give the formulae of the ions formed.
A calcium atom has 2 and chlorine atom has 7 outer shell electrons. Calcium loses 2 electrons to form a Ca² ion. Each chlorine atom gains 1 electron to form a Cl- ion. The formula of the compound is calcium chloride.
Complete the table to show the number of electrons, neutrons and protons in the vanadium atom and calcium ion shown. Identify all the particles responsible for the passage of electricity in graphite, magnesium ribbon and molten copper. 2. Bromide.
Graphite, delocalized electrons. Magnesium ribbon, free electrons move through the metal. Molten copper. 2. Bromide, Cu2+ and bridge 1- ions carry charge in the liquid.
Tips. In solids, metals use electrons. In molten ionic compounds, ions move. Complete the table to show the number of nucleons, neutrons and electrons in an ion. In a nitrogen molecule, name the type of bonding between the atoms in an N2 molecule. B. Explain, in terms of attractive forces, why nitrogen has a low melting point. C. Explain why nitrogen does not conduct electricity.
Type of bonding, covalent bonding. Each nitrogen atom shares 3 pairs of electrons to form a nitrogen molecule. Why low melting point? Only weak forces of attraction between molecules. These weak forces need very little energy to break, so nitrogen melts at a very low temperature. Why it doesn't conduct electricity? Nitrogen molecules have no ions or free electrons, so no charged particles to carry electric current.
Magnesium exists as 3 isotopes. All isotopes of magnesium react with dilute hydrochloric acid to make hydrogen and a salt. Why do all isotopes of magnesium react in the same way?
All isotopes of magnesium have the same number of electrons, and the same number of electrons in the outer shell. That's why they react in the same way chemically.
Potassium is a group 1 element. Name and describe the bonding in potassium.
Bonding type, metallic bonding. Potassium atoms lose their outer electrons. They form positive metal ions arranged in a lattice. The lost electrons become delocalized, free to move. There is a strong electrostatic attraction between positive ions and delocalized electrons. This holds the metal atoms tightly together.
Explain, in terms of attractive forces between particles, why lithium chloride is a solid at room temperature but nitrogen trichloride is a liquid with a relatively low boiling point.
Lithium chloride has ionic bonding, strong forces between positive and negative ions. Nitrogen trichloride has weak forces between molecules. The forces in nitrogen trichloride are much weaker, so it melts and boils easily. That's why it's a liquid at room temperature.
Iron is a transition element. Potassium is a group 1 element. Iron and potassium have the same type of bonding. Name and describe the type of bonding in these 2 elements.
Metallic bonding. Both iron and potassium form a lattice of positive metal ions. The outer electrons become delocalized, meaning they move freely between the ions. There is a strong electrostatic attraction between the positive ions and the sea of delocalized electrons. This attraction holds the metal structure together.